the power to overcome betrayal. Love is one of the most powerful forces in our lives. It's the spark that lights up our days, the glue that holds relationships together, and the courage that pushes us through life's toughest moments. Whether it's the butterflies of a new romance, the unconditional bond with family, or the quiet loyalty of a close friend, love fills us with hope and meaning. But what happens when that love betrays us? When the person we trusted most shatters our world with lies, infidelity, or abandonment, suddenly the warmth of love turns cold, and we're left standing in the wreckage, wondering how to pick up the pieces. Betrayal doesn't just break our hearts, it shakes the very foundation of who we are. It leaves us questioning our worth, our choices, and our ability to trust again. In those dark moments, it's easy to feel lost, alone, and overwhelmed by despair. But here's the good news. Even in the deepest pain, there's a way forward. For many, that path begins with faith, specifically turning to Jesus Christ for comfort, strength, and healing. This article isn't just about surviving betrayal. It's about thriving through it. We'll explore the highs of love, the lows of heartbreak, and the incredible power of faith to mend what's broken. Whether you're hurting right now or simply seeking inspiration, this journey is for you. What is it about love that captivates us so deeply? Maybe it's the way a simple smile from someone we care about can brighten even the gloomiest day, or how a parent's hug can make any problem feel smaller. Love is enchanting because it connects us. It makes us feel seen, valued, and alive. There's romantic love with its passion and excitement, like the thrill of a first date or the comfort of a long-term partnership. Then there's familial love, steady and unshakable, like the way a sibling knows exactly how to make you laugh. And don't forget platonic love, the friendships that become our chosen family, the ones who stick by us through thick and thin. Think about a time when love transformed you. Maybe it was a partner who believed in you when you doubted yourself, or a friend who dropped everything to help you move. As C.S. Lewis once wrote, "To love at all is to be vulnerable." That vulnerability is what makes love so beautiful and so risky. It's the magic of opening your heart, knowing it might get hurt, but choosing to love anyway. Love doesn't just feel good, it inspires us to be better. It's the reason a mother stays up all night with a sick child, or a spouse works overtime to surprise their partner with a dream vacation. Love pushes us beyond our limits. Take, for example, the story of a man I heard about recently. He walked miles every day to visit his wife in the hospital, rain or shine, because being by her side was what mattered most. That's love in action, selfless, determined, and unstoppable. On a personal level, love fuels growth. It teaches us patience, like when your toddler spills juice for the third time in a day, empathy, like listening to a friend vent about a bad breakup, and resilience, like standing by a loved one through addiction or loss. Love isn't just a feeling, it's a force that shapes who we become. It's why we dream big, take risks, and sometimes sacrifice our own comfort for the sake of someone else. But love isn't always a fairy tale. Betrayal sneaks in like a thief, stealing the trust we've built. It can take many forms: a partner's infidelity, a friend's gossip behind your back, or a family member's broken promise. Sometimes it's subtle, like emotional distance that grows into a chasm, or blatant, like discovering a lie that changes everything. I once knew someone who found out their best friend had been secretly dating their ex. The sting wasn't just the act itself, but the realization that trust had been an illusion. How do you spot betrayal? It might be the gut feeling that something's off, the late-night texts your partner hides, or the excuses that don't add up. It's the shift in energy, when the person who once lifted you up starts tearing you down, even if only through silence. Betrayal doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it whispers until you can't ignore it anymore. When betrayal hits, it's like a storm tearing through your life. Heartbreak washes over you in waves. One minute you're crying, the next you're numb. Confusion sets in. How could they do this? Was it my fault? Anger follows, hot and fierce, as you replay every moment, wondering how you missed the signs. I remember a woman who shared her story online. She'd given years to a marriage, only to find her husband had a second family. The pain wasn't just losing him. It was losing the life she thought they'd built together. The scars run deep. Betrayal can make you doubt your judgment, your worth, even your ability to love again. It's a wound that doesn't just heal with time. It demands attention, care, and courage to face. Here's something people don't always realize. Betrayal is a loss worth grieving. It's not just about death. It's about mourning the relationship you had, the trust you gave, and the future you imagined. The stages of grief, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance, apply here too. At first you might deny it. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe they didn't mean it. Then anger flares. How dare they? Bargaining creeps in. If I'd been more attentive, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Depression weighs you down, and finally acceptance begins to lighten the load. Not approval of what happened, but peace with moving on. Grieving takes time. One day you're fine, the next you're crying over a song that reminds you of them. That's okay. It's part of the process. Give yourself permission to feel it all. When the world feels like it's crumbling, where do you turn? For many, the answer is Jesus. There's something powerful about sitting in silence, praying, and letting your heart spill out to someone who listens without judgment. I've had moments where I felt so broken that words wouldn't come, just tears. And yet, in that quiet, I felt a peace I can't explain. It's like Jesus was saying, I see you, I'm here. Prayer isn't a magic fix, but it's a lifeline. It's a chance to release the hurt, to ask for strength, to find calm amid the chaos. Meditation works hand in hand. Focusing on a verse or a simple phrase like "you are enough" can steady your soul. Faith doesn't erase the pain, but it gives you a hand to hold as you walk through it. The Bible is full of promises for the brokenhearted. Take Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. That's a reminder that even when you feel alone, you're not. Or Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you hope and a future. It's a whisper of hope when everything feels hopeless. One of my favorites is Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Imagine Jesus saying that to you right now, inviting you to lay down the weight of betrayal and breathe. These verses aren't just words, they're anchors. Reflect on them, write them down, let them sink in. They're a roadmap to healing when you've lost your way. Faith isn't meant to be a solo journey. A church group, a Bible study, or even a trusted friend who shares your beliefs can lift you up when you're falling. I heard about a woman who, after a painful divorce, joined a prayer circle at her church. At first, she just listened, too raw to speak. But over time, those strangers became her family, praying with her, crying with her, celebrating her small victories. That's the beauty of community. It reminds you you're not alone. Reach out. Share your story. Let others hold space for your pain. Sometimes healing starts with a single conversation. Forgiveness is a tough word after betrayal. It doesn't mean excusing what they did or pretending it didn't hurt. It means choosing to let go of the anger that's poisoning you. Jesus taught this in Matthew 6:14. If you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. It's not about them, it's about freeing yourself. How do you start? Try writing a letter you'll never send, pouring out every hurt, then ending with "I forgive you." Or pray for the strength to release them, even if it takes weeks or months. Forgive yourself too, for not seeing it sooner, for trusting too much. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, a step toward peace. Betrayal can trick you into thinking you're not enough. But here's the truth. Your worth isn't tied to what someone else did. Rebuilding starts small. Spend time doing things you love, like painting, hiking, or cooking a favorite meal. Surround yourself with people who see your value. Look in the mirror and say, I am enough, even if you don't believe it yet. Over time, you will. Self-care matters too. Take a walk in nature, journal your thoughts, or soak in a bath with your favorite music. These acts remind you that you deserve love, especially from yourself. Healing isn't a straight line. Some days you'll feel strong, others you'll stumble. That's normal. Think of it like a garden. Sometimes you plant seeds and wait through storms before they bloom. Be patient with yourself. Lean on faith, lean on friends, and trust that every step forward counts. One woman I read about took up running after a betrayal. At first, it was just to clear her mind, but over months, it became a symbol of her strength. She didn't just survive, she thrived. Your healing might look different. Maybe it's art, prayer, or helping others, but it's yours to shape. Rising from the ashes of betrayal. Betrayal can feel like the end of everything you've known, a crushing blow that leaves you gasping for air, wondering if you'll ever feel whole again. The sting of a broken trust, whether from a lover's infidelity, a friend's deceit, or a family member's abandonment, can make the world seem dark and unforgiving. But here's the truth I want you to hold on to. It's not the end. It's a chapter, one that hurts deeply. Yes, but one that's also a doorway to something greater. Through the pain, there's a path to growth, resilience, and a connection to yourself and your faith that you might never have discovered otherwise. You're not just surviving this, you're being shaped into someone stronger, someone who can rise from the ashes of heartbreak with a renewed sense of purpose. Think of it like a forest after a fire. At first, all you see is destruction, charred trees, barren ground, a silence that feels heavy. But beneath the surface, life is stirring. Seeds crack open, roots dig deeper, and slowly green shoots push through the ashes. That's what this moment is for you. The betrayal burned through your life, but it's not the final word. With time, faith, and love, both from within and from above, you can grow again. Jesus is there, ready to carry you when your legs tremble and you can't take another step. Your community, friends, family, or even strangers who become family, is there, ready to cheer you on, to remind you of your worth when you forget. And most importantly, you are there. Stronger than you realize, braver than you feel, capable of rebuilding something beautiful from the ruins. If you're in pain right now, I want you to pause. Take a deep breath, really feel the air fill your lungs, and let it out slowly. You're not alone in this. I've been there too, and so have countless others who've walked this road and come out the other side. Reach out to God in a quiet prayer, to a friend with a shaky phone call, or even to this story as a lifeline, and let love, both divine and human, guide you back to wholeness. The journey isn't easy. It's messy, it's slow, and some days it'll feel like you're moving backward. But it's worth it. You're worth it. Let's explore this together, what it means to heal, how faith lights the way, and why you deserve to come through this stronger than ever. When betrayal strikes, it's tempting to see it as the final chapter of your story. I remember a time in my own life when a close friend, someone I'd trusted with my deepest secrets, turned their back on me for their own gain. The hurt was so raw, I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't stop replaying every moment I'd missed the signs. I thought, this is it. I'll never trust again. I'll never love like that again. Maybe you felt that too, like the wound is so deep it's carved into your soul forever. But here's what I've learned. That feeling is a lie. It's a trick your heart plays when it's hurting, but it's not the truth. The truth is, betrayal is a pivot point. It's a chapter that closes one door, painful as that may be, but opens another. Think about someone like Joseph from the Bible. His brothers sold him into slavery out of jealousy, a betrayal that must have cut him to the core. Yet years later, he stood as a leader in Egypt, telling them, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." Genesis 50:20. His pain wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a purpose he couldn't have imagined. Your story isn't over either. This hurt, this heartbreak, it's molding you. It's teaching you resilience, showing you depths of strength you didn't know you had. You might not see it now, but one day you'll look back and realize this was where your growth began. What does that look like in real life? Maybe it's the single mom who, after her partner walked out, found the courage to start a small business that now supports her kids. Or the teenager who, after being bullied by friends, turned to writing music and discovered a gift that healed her heart. Your beginning might be quieter, learning to enjoy your own company again, picking up a hobby you'd forgotten, or simply waking up one morning and feeling a flicker of hope. Betrayal doesn't get the last word. You do. In those moments when the pain feels too heavy to bear, where do you turn? For me, and for so many others, it's Jesus. There's something unexplainable about his presence, a peace that settles over you even when the tears won't stop. I've had nights where I sat on my bedroom floor, head in my hands, whispering, "I can't do this alone." And somehow in the silence I felt him there, not fixing it instantly, but holding me through it. He's not a distant figure in the sky. He's right beside you, ready to carry you when you're too tired to walk. The Bible says in Matthew 11:28-30, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." Imagine that for a second. Jesus inviting you to hand over the weight of your heartbreak. You don't have to carry it by yourself. Prayer becomes your lifeline here. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just talk to him like a friend. "I'm hurting. I don't know how to move forward. Help me." Sometimes I don't even use words. Just sit quietly and let my heart do the talking. And in those moments, I find a calm I can't explain, like a storm slowing to a gentle rain. Try this. Next time you feel overwhelmed, light a candle, close your eyes, and picture Jesus sitting with you. Tell him everything. The anger, the sadness, the fear. Let him be your anchor. He's not here to judge you for your mess. He's here to love you through it. One woman I heard about kept a journal after her husband's betrayal. She wrote prayers every night, raw, honest cries to God, and over months, those pages turned from despair to gratitude. Faith didn't erase her pain overnight, but it gave her a steady hand to hold as she healed. You weren't meant to face this alone. I know it's hard to reach out when you're hurting. Pride whispers, "Don't burden anyone." And shame says, "They won't understand." But your community is there for a reason, ready to cheer you on when you can't cheer yourself. Think about the people in your life. A friend who always knows how to make you laugh. A parent who'd drop everything to listen. A church group that prays without hesitation. They're not just extras in your story. They're part of your healing. I once met a man at a coffee shop who shared how his faith community saved him after a business partner stole from him. He'd lost his savings, his trust, everything, but his small group at church became his lifeline. They brought him meals, sat with him in silence, prayed over him when he couldn't pray himself. One day, one of them said, "You're not weak for falling apart. You're strong for letting us hold you up." That stuck with him, and it stuck with me. Letting others in isn't weakness, it's courage. What could this look like for you? Maybe it's texting a friend, "I'm not okay, can we talk?" Or joining a support group where others get it. Even online communities can help. There are forums and pages where people share their betrayal stories and lift each other up. Last week I read about a woman who started attending a local prayer night after her best friend betrayed her confidence. She didn't know anyone there, but by the end she had a circle of people hugging her, praying for her, promising to check in. That's the power of community. It turns me into we and makes the load lighter. Here's the part we often miss. You are the hero of this story. Yes, Jesus carries you and your community cheers you, but you're the one taking the steps. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for. Think about it. You're still here, still breathing, still reading this, even after what you've been through. That's not weakness, that's grit. Betrayal tried to knock you down, but it didn't win. You're still standing, even if you're wobbly, and that's a victory worth celebrating. I love the image of a phoenix, rising from the ashes, wings spread wide, stronger and more radiant than before. That's you. The heartbreak left scars, sure, but scars are proof you survived. I think of a guy I saw on a podcast. He'd been cheated on after a decade-long marriage. Devastated, he started hiking to clear his mind. One day he reached a mountain peak and realized, I'm still here, I'm still me. That climb wasn't just physical, it was him reclaiming his strength. What's your mountain? Maybe it's getting out of bed today or smiling at a stranger or forgiving just a little. Every step proves you're capable of rising. You don't have to be fixed to be strong. You're allowed to cry, to doubt, to feel lost, and still be a warrior. Your worth isn't tied to what they did. It's woven into who you are. Psalm 139 verse 14 says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. That's you, wonderful, even now. Start small. Write down one thing you like about yourself today. Tomorrow, add another. Watch that list grow as you remember who you are beyond the pain. If you're in the thick of it right now, I see you. Maybe you're curled up on the couch, scrolling through this because sleep won't come. Maybe you're driving with the radio off, lost in your thoughts. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale, hold it, let it go. You're not alone. I've been where you are, sobbing into a pillow, wondering why this happened, and I promise there's light ahead. You don't have to see it yet. Just trust it's there. Reach out. If prayer feels right, try it. Whisper, God, I need you, and sit with that. If people feel safer, call someone, say I'm struggling, and let them listen. Or hold on to this story. Let it be a friend for now. I think of a young woman who posted online about her fiancé's betrayal. She was shattered, but she started sharing her journey. Messy prayers, late-night rants, small wins. Strangers commented, me too, and suddenly she wasn't alone. You're part of that me too too, connected to everyone who's ever hurt and healed. Love is still here for you. Divine love from Jesus, human love from those who care, and self-love you're rediscovering. It's not gone, it's waiting. One day you'll feel it again. Not the same as before, but deeper, wiser, truer. I heard about a man who, after losing his best friend to a lie, volunteered at a shelter. He found love in giving, in healing others as he healed himself. Your love will find its way back too, in ways you can't predict yet. This road isn't easy. Healing isn't a straight line. Some days you'll soar, others you'll stumble. That's okay. Think of it like learning to ride a bike, wobbly at first but smoother with practice. Be gentle with yourself. Rest when you need to. Push when you can. I've seen people come through betrayal and say, I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but I'm grateful for who it made me. That could be you. Stronger, softer, more alive. You're worth every step of this journey, not because of what you do or who loves you, but because you're you. Flawed, beautiful, resilient you. Jesus sees that. Your community sees it. And one day you'll see it too. For now, hold on to this. Betrayal didn't break you. It revealed you. And what's being revealed is someone incredible. So keep going. Cry when you need to. Pray when you can. Laugh when it surprises you. The ashes are settling and something new is growing. You've got this, and you're not alone. After watching, remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and comment on the video. I have many good videos to share. Learn to give, and God will give peace to you and your family.